streams louder.
Hello everyone, so another video here by The Legend. This is explaining what contribution points are and how to obtain them as fast as possible. I'll throw a little table of contents in the description below so you guys can skip around the video if you want, want to go through different things. But other than that, we're going to start off with the video. First, we're going to explain what are contribution points essentially and what they're used for, and start off with that. First, contribution points is a resource. It's a point system that's in the game that allows you to buy and use certain resources in the game. It's somewhat of a balancer and a limiter, to have yourself really pick and choose specifically what you want to use and kind of regulate, so you don't just get up and use everything. You don't get up and just take everything, so you pick up certain things, you use certain things, and you have to use your points wisely because you don't have an unlimited amount of them. It's just a point system in the game that you have to grind out. It takes a little while, but you have to grind out, and it's very, very, very important to have as many contribution points as possible. Essentially, it's just a point system that's used to acquire different things in the game. Now, going on to what it's used for, contribution points are used for obtaining nodes, obtaining different shops within cities, connecting nodes to each other if you want to do trading, connecting fish nodes, connecting nodes to grinding spots so you can obtain more drops. Essentially, those are the main things it's used for. Now, going into depth, a little bit more in depth on what it's used for, I'm going to open up the map here. Essentially, when I connect a node here from Heidel to Velia, for example, that I get a discount on my trading. I could do trading throughout these cities and get a bonus. When I meant by discount on trading, when you go to your marketplace and you do transport, you do get a significantly discounted price. The transport is not faster, if you guys are wondering that. It is not faster if you connect the nodes. It does not affect the distance at all as far as I'm concerned. If it does, please let me know. Please let me know. And other than that, it's also used to just obtain these different nodes here to obtain you different materials in the game that allow you to craft, or you could just sell them plain out. Other than that, you can connect them to grind spots. Connect them to grind spots, you dump your energy, not these points, but your energy points here, the one that says 93 right here. You dump these energy points into grinding spot nodes to get a higher drop chance of rare items, which nets you more money, or nets you the rare item that you want for your gear, if you're grinding the right spot. That's essentially what contribution points are mostly used for. I mean, other times contribution points are used for opening up shops here in the city to craft you fishing costumes and armors, gruntle, terratas. It can craft you fishing rods, cooking utensils, furniture, different things, plethora of things that contribution points are used for. It's also and it's also good for getting you storage and slots in your your warehouse here. More slots equals just more stuff you can hold there. So it's used for many different things, but those are the main things it's used for. Now, going into how to obtain them as fast as possible, there's 3 ways you can obtain, or necessarily 2 ways that you can obtain contribution points. Essentially, the 2 efficient ways to obtain contribution points. One way is through questing. Yes, questing does not give you the craziest amount, if not a lot, of contribution points later stages of the game, but early stages of the game, it gives you a good amount. It's the most efficient way you obtain contribution points in the early stages of the game. Reason being is that since you don't have a good cooking setup, you don't have the supplies, you don't have all these things as a new player, you will not be able to obtain contribution points any way faster than just questing. Now, if you're a new player, you want to stick to questing, get your contribution points as much as possible, unless you want to get into the second way, which is, in my opinion, the fastest way to obtain contribution points, in my opinion, or thus far. If you have a better method, if you're an already veteran player or returning player, you have another method, then tell me, put in the comments below. If I'm wrong, correct me. But as far as I'm concerned, the second best way to obtain contribution points is through cooking. Now, the reason being is that there are these dishes that are given to you when you cook. I do not have an example in my inventory at the moment, but when you cook dishes, it gives you a plate, dish of poorly cooked ingredients. And these poorly cooked ingredients you can hand in for contribution points. So when you sit here and you cook specifically essence of liquor, I'll throw the recipe in the description below. I also have cooking videos if you guys want to go watch those and actually learn how to do this type of stuff. then you can go watch those too. But like I said before, cooking essence of liquor is one of the fastest ways in the game to obtain contribution points, due to the fact of the plethora of plates of contribution plates that it gives you. Now, that's really essentially it when it comes down to it. It is really as simple as that. Obviously, obtaining the supplies and materials needed to craft essence of liquor might be a little bit harder, or significantly harder for new players, depending. But essentially, that is one of the fastest ways to obtain contribution points. Also, you can obtain it through cooking, period. You get the dishes through cooking other cooking dishes, period. But essentially, essence of liquor is the most efficient and fastest way. Also, beer is a good way to do it, also because you're getting food for your workers, and it's just another decent way to get contribution plates. Now, essentially, that is the guide for contribution points. If you guys want something a little bit more in depth, or you have some questions, throw it in the comments below and I will be right on it. I usually answer very, very quickly within the minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of you posting. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.